Crucial update for Bitcoin. Let's go through the details. You're up 2% yet again. You're up over 44,000, guys, $44,050. This is London. Let's go through the notion of this descending triangle from the summertime of 2021. We're going to discuss a descending triangle notion here in about 3 or 4 minutes total on this specific video. Please give me your attention for 3 or 4 minutes. Also, we're going to be discussing a very important pattern, this specific inverse head and shoulders. If you guys see that, technically conforming left shoulder, head, right shoulder. We have some upside targets. I'm going to tell you that. We're going to go through what the barriers are, what your current lines of resistance are, and those upside targets. It'll be about a total of 3 or 4 minutes. First of all, want to let you know, please hit the like button, share this, and subscribe. Make sure that you turn on all notifications as well. That is this button right here. You need to turn on all notifications after subscribing. Very important that you get timely information. That's our goal, is to give you timely information to let you improve your profits. Now, in terms of the this preceding zone, and we're going to talk about the hurdles or the lines of resistance in here currently in play, in addition to the breakout. In terms of this preceding descending triangle, descending line of resistance, this flat line of support, we have a good carryover in terms of a replication of that pattern from the summer of 2021 to the current time frame. Guys, the only difference, I say the major difference, let's talk about the major difference, are the number of hits along this the prior 50% retracement. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits along that prior retracement. Here we have 2 to 3 at best in terms of defining that level of support. So I want you to be aware of the fact that some traders may not be looking that seriously at this pattern as much so as they might be looking at another pattern. Let's go through 2 other patterns right now in terms of this inverse head and shoulders. I really like this inverse head and shoulders, guys. It's one of the more aggressive patterns that we could come up with in terms of fashioning a very bullish approach to the market right now. We are very big believers in Bitcoin. Shout out to Angel, invested in Bitcoin since $7.79. Angel, I know you've seen a lot through the years. It's a pleasure to have you here, sir. Appreciate you being lead commandant in terms of the VIP top shelf membership. So in terms of this left shoulder, this head, this right shoulder, it is a respected, it does conform to technicals. In terms of classical technical analysis, this pattern does conform. I want to let you know that it has a nice upside target. It is not, however, I will let you know this, the upside target of this inverse head and shoulders, were we to have achieved breakout, if we were to say yes on the daily, we have broken out of that, okay? We're going to talk about the levels of resistance that we're currently looking at, but the upside target would be on the extensions, just so that you guys are prepared. In terms of those upside targets, we measure the extensions from the preceding low on the daily, to the high, guys, to the high of 69,000 on the daily lines, okay? We bring that extension down. Essentially, we're measuring the percentage of this preceding gain given this retracement. So these specific lines, that 61.8 would be the 58,862. They're on the daily line chart, okay? That would be the daily line chart. So in terms of that inverse head and shoulders, that would be your target to the upside, just the perfect completion to that golden pocket, that golden ratio, which all things which price typically wants to converge to, okay? As we would look at a stronger upside target, I will tell you that I brought up this descending triangle because it has a potentially stronger upside target. I just want to let you know, potentially there is a higher upside target. Essentially, we're looking at either the 61.8 or the 65th percentile, okay? Either the 58,862 or that 60,000. So I wanted to get a little bit more aggressive with the entirety of the price modeling, and that's as aggressive as I can get right now. Now, let's go through a few other details. I think it's worth discussing without a doubt, and I am pressed for time in terms of getting these out. Sorry for going through the technicals quickly, but I have to get these out. Also have to maintain your attention. In terms of the specific line of resistance, let's go through very quickly what the hurdles are. Line of support from October 2020, 10,000. They're in through July, okay? July, they're about 30,000. You guys will remember, you should know us well. This is me in 2021, July 19th. What was that low? Around July 21st. Me saying, I see something big right at 30,630. Do you guys remember that? If you don't follow us on Twitter, you're going to be missing out. 30,600. Where was that? That's me right here saying, I see something big. While everyone else, it's pouring down. They're running for cover. Remember, we are the no fear zone. Shout out to Angel. He loves saying that, but you know me at 30,600. Yeah, I see something big right here. Bam. Huge move to the upside. If you guys are plugged in, I hope that you're doing well. If you're not too busy with other things, you most likely are. We called the low in the market here, just guys, in terms of price targeting. I always say, what is it, guys? Buy at support, sell at resistance, trade your patterns, and hit your targets. We had one of the lowest targets in the market, the lowest one I could find. That purple line here perfectly on the 4 hourly, the pivot. Currently, you're up 32% from that target. Multiple targets we've hit, live streaming, etc. Make sure those notifications are on so that you can be part of our live stream. Now, the other aspect I want to discuss, in addition to this previous support to potential resistance, okay, and this was a line, this kind of red line that I have here, and I will brighten this up just a bit to reinforce this. It is the primary trend line as expressed on Bitcoin since October 2020, since this just monumental drive to the upside. So it's really when it went 500 plus percent, guys. When we look at this specific line, it's just one of the strongest, most reinforced lines that there are. So it is a big deal for us to conquer it. In addition to it being let's say this, in addition to our being, or Bitcoin's price currently being at that specific line of resistance needing to be conquered, pay attention, because you're also currently at the 23.6 on the extensions. Okay, the extensions on the daily. Bam. Okay, that's how you draw them, guys. Bam. You're currently at that top side first target. The next target to the upside is going to be the 49,857. The next is going to be, and that's the 38.2. The next will be the 50% retracement, okay, at 54,359. We thereafter have already talked about the golden pocket. 78.6 would be 65,272. We are looking for positive prices. That's what we are looking for, okay, in terms of the market. Now, let's discuss one other feature. One other feature in terms of the componentry of the patterns, right? It's buy at support, sell at resistance, trade your patterns, and hit your targets. Let's talk about one more pattern that is on the map and put it in context. It's easy for us to say, well, this is a double bottom feature. Without a doubt, it is looking like a double bottom feature. We have a pick up here in terms of a higher low express on the daily chart, okay? Very, very close on the candle wicks. If you guys go to the candle wicks, it's very close. But on the daily chart, we are picking up here up and above, guys. That's a nice set for a double bottom. Now, in the context, though, I want to compare the double bottom. I want to compare that double bottom to the other top and bottom formations. Let's compare this specific double bottom to the other top and bottom formations. Let's go into, let's say, for instance, this specific bottom formation. I want to look at the breadth of it. I want to look at how wide it is. I also want to look at how high it is, the amplitude of it, okay? When I compare it, for instance, to this specific top formation, the double top that we received, this is a larger formation, okay? That's a bigger deal to me, that I'm seeing a larger potential bottom here than the top formation that I saw. That is cataloged very importantly in terms of technical analysis, that this has a greater breadth to it, that it's wider, okay? It is wider and it has a higher amplitude to it. It is more reminiscent of the really large feature that we had here at the top of 65,000, the one that I called to the alpha traders, guys, that I was training at the time. So this would be just an absolutely, I mean, this is one for the record books in terms of the top formation. So I guess we're kind of in I'd say in between the two, but without the right and left shoulder, were you to look at this as a head and shoulders pattern with a dual head feature here, I'd say that we're nearly replicating the top formation overall. It's very close, guys. This current feature here is very close without the shoulders, without the left shoulder or the right shoulder. If you traded this, you understand this patterning quite well. In and along the line, the former pardon, guys, the preceding all-time high, which was 65,000, not the most recent 69,000, the ultimate all-time high. Now, in terms of additional steps to maintain or to qualify as an uptrend. We're going to discuss that real quickly, and I'll let you guys go. It's been about 9 minutes, but just an action-packed day with great results thus far. We are going to go through essentially right now this orange line. What is this orange line? It is the 100 moving average. That is the key to the ball game, in line with the 200 moving average. That is the purple line. That's hugely important. We need to flip not only, and you'll see a perfect, guys, as we've been focusing on this specific line of support, preceding line of support. Okay, you may think I'd focused on that too much. You're now seeing that specific line, however, perfectly coincide with that 100 moving average on the daily. We need to flip the 100. We need to flip the 200. Okay, we need to flip those and start using them as levels of support. You guys saw that in the summertime in terms of them being used as support to traject to the upside. That will equal profits, guys. Pardon me, for the bulls. That's what we're looking forward to occurring. But you'll see that we are just at this level. We are at the level of resistance. We are at this 100 moving average. We've been discussing these levels. We've been discussing the requirements to get up and above. Essentially, guys, we're going to need as we look on the lower time frames, for instance, and I'll get into a lot of this on stream. We brought to the VIP last night this specific move. Was excited about this. If you guys have not joined VIP, if you're just base camp, etc., guys, I don't know what you're waiting for. You need to join, and I just mean that. Last night I brought this specific trade to the VIP. Just look at this, guys. Look at this nice bull pennant feature just over the top, about to confirm. What was the next move? Boom, to the upside. Bam. VIP in profit, guys. If you don't know how to join, make sure that you just go to a desktop computer. Bam, hit join. It's the restricted zone. We want to make sure that you belong in the back, guys. It's not a chop shop. It's not just a Discord or something like that. It's a lot of professionals, and we try and do everything we can to keep it really top shelf, guys. In terms of that move to the upside, you'll see that red line come into play. It was a real strong move to the upside. The market, the traders definitely recognize that specific bull pennant. However, we did encounter this specific red line again. And recall, guys, that's that cross trend line, that prior support. Here we go, support to potential resistance yet again. It's just been that kind of a line. The traders are very cautious right now of that line. So as I tell people, you have to have Jackie Chan hands in terms of trading. Sometimes you have to be able to hit the button, get in, hit the button, bam, get out. Do your targeting. Absolutely, guys. Hit your targets. That's part of that in terms of your upside targets. The threshold, the cross threshold here is very important, as well as we would look at what exactly got hit laterally. What was our threshold or our target? Essentially, what I want to talk about, the top line resistance, what is interesting about it is it's in conformance. As we look at the 1 hourly, this specific hit right here is in conformance, okay, with a flat line required. Please pay attention. If you've made it this long, guys, if you're not looking for just the quick answer, but you're looking for the right answer, this may be one to put in the toolkit in terms of how you approach the market. Most people will think, well, this is bad. It's a flat top, right? They're just almost perfectly flat. That is a requirement. The market is picking up on this already. I'll tell you that. The market is picking up on this fact that you have a flat top resistance that is required for any ascending triangle. All right, so to the extent that we have a circumstance where we could achieve, and if you trade a lot, you'll understand, if we could achieve a little bit of negative pricing here, it would be phenomenal, because then the market would undeniably be looking at an ascending triangle. We may not need to, but sometimes giving back a touch here and there, guys, just allowing this price action to get down through here, it could yield some positive benefits in terms of upside pricing targets. This would be a nice target. Essentially, it would be a range function of the amplitude of this range. Okay, so do be aware of that in terms of this. If you wanted to call it a fake out, the one benefit of that, and I hope you guys booked a trade on this, okay? Nice price action. But in terms of this top line feature here, top line of resistance, just be aware that that's a requirement for an ascending triangle. Extremely, extremely bullish expression. Also on the downside, you guys understand, on the lines versus the candles, you're going to see some differentiation, but we did have this kind of trifecta in action. This left shoulder, this head, this right shoulder, okay? Nice framework for an inverse head and shoulders reversal feature. Beautifully well done. There we go. Nice completion just to the top of that. I'd say implied because we don't have another hit along. We would like another hit along the line of support. So thus far, it's in formation, but an implied at this point, ascending triangle, ascending line of support, flat top resistance. So we are in a position that if you hit your targets on the low side, you are cruising. You are doing well. I'm going to tell you guys that. We're looking forward to Bitcoin in 2022 being the premier asset that it is, the go-to hedge for inflation and the security in terms of the rampant overprinting of standard currencies, etc., for it just becoming the safe haven that it has gained the reputation for being. So if you're going to be talking to us at the Crypto Kingdom, you'll be dealing with the fundamentals, guys, of technical analysis, but you'll also be dealing with those fundamentals of cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and the advantages that it offers, and the notion that we are consistently going to be looking for positive prices in 2022. I appreciate your time today. I wanted to make this a real good technical update so that everybody could see it, guys, Make sure, if you guys are watching for the first time, you understand I'm a former financial professional, but this is not financial advice. Harvard Business School, Duke University, certified in markets, but you guys go get your own broker if you want one, okay? Deal. In terms of joining, just make sure, guys, that you'll be part of the #1 trade group. You will be able to join on live stream, or I'll see this on the rig here, on the stream rig at any point in time that you join. We'll get in contact. I'll put you in the back rooms. In terms of Craig, I want to welcome Craig as of this last week. Great VIP you guys see in terms of he just loves charts. That's the one requirement, whether or not you're blue collar or white collar, guys, it's that you want to beat the market. I just always say that, and we're really excited to have you, Craig. We look forward to your trade development here as we go through 2022. Let's look for positive prices is what I'm going to continue to say, with the understanding that this specific line has been something that we have talked about beating for a while. In addition, I'm just going to say, to me, it's bullish that we're right now in contact with this moving average on the daily. It's just nice to see us right at that first hurdle. We cannot pass that hurdle if we don't get to it. Right now, we are right on it. So in terms of that orange line, it's just nice to see us there, guys. Way to go, Bulls. This is London with Crypto Kingdom and Bitcoin Spike. Let's go get this, guys. It's 2022. It's time to make some money in crypto, and it's time to see crypto really become what it needs to become. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much for your time. Bye-bye.